this mechanical keyboard might make you want to kiss me. In today's video, we're going to be unboxing, sound testing, and reviewing the K75 Pro mechanical keyboard from KZZI? No clue. Looks amazing on paper, but let's see if the specs actually hold up and how it sounds. So I'll explain some of the tech specs as I understand them while I unbox the keyboard here. Hot swappable, pairs with multiple devices, Bluetooth or dongle or wired mode. A lot of these features are pretty standard for a pre-built mechanical keyboard. The things that might be different in this, well, first of all, it comes in a lot of colors. I have no idea what color they sent me, but I looked on Amazon before I recorded. Tons of really cool, interesting looking colors. That comes with two proprietary switches, a linear switch and then a tactile switch. They sent me the tactile, the Prelude Eternity tactile switches. It has an LED screen. It has four different layers of instructions. No, four different layers of sound dampening material. It's gasket mounted, which should be interesting. It's like they literally like went above and beyond for foam and sound dampening. Really interested to see what that makes this thing feel like. I approve of the old person large print instructions. Well done, KZZI. Although this thing is massive, I would prefer like maybe a little book, but otherwise, good job. Time for the keyboard in here. Let's see what we got. Here is the keyboard, which we'll take a look at closer in a second. Really quick, accessories, there's going to be a switch puller, I am sure. There's going to be the cable. Here's a switch puller, pretty standard stuff. And a few extra Eternity tactile switches, which kind of look like Smurfs. Blue, white, Smurfs, no, okay. So one really quick look at the keyboard, and then we'll do a sound test. Zoom in too close. Protective thing, protects the keyboard a little bit. I got one of the more retro vibe designs, which I really like personally. I think that's pretty cool. And again, they have like 8 different choices on here. So we'll do an official sound test in a second, but it looks like PBT keycaps, maybe die sub. The RGB light probably won't shine through there. I haven't actually looked. Like, you could fact check me on all this stuff. A few things of note, really quick. Extra USB ports. This one, hang on. Yeah, this one, the USB-C port right here is where you plug it in, you charge it, you use that cable, and then these are extra USB ports that you can put your mouse into or charge your phone or whatever. Pretty cool. I like the design, personally, of those little like screws. Yes, those are just little screws. I don't know why you would take this apart, really, but you could. LED screen. I'm actually going to turn it on via this cool like little scroll wheel here. Not for like a rotary encoder scroll wheel, but off Bluetooth and wired. No, that would be dongle. Off Bluetooth and dongle. So I'm just going to turn it on to wireless, see if it lights up. It did light up. It did some cool stuff there. 62, I believe that's battery power. 62%, yes, that looks like battery power. And there are some additional lights up here for, I guess, when the keyboard is locked, like caps lock and stuff like that. I will obviously have to dig into the instruction manual to learn exactly what's going on there. There's the dongle, in case you want to do that mode. Tri-mode feet, obviously flat, and then 2 different angles to point the keyboard at, which I never ever use because I'm a big hand flat type of person. Keyboard details on back, which is always handy. And I think that's it. Last thing, I'll actually just pair this just to make sure it pairs. I actually see the A key blinking on the keyboard, which means it is trying to pair automatically. So I'm gonna hit connect here and continue, press that key. All right, we're paired, but I do see that it is Windows layout by default. You know what? I looked and I see that I can switch between Windows and Mac with function A and function S. So I will try this, function S. And now you can't see it. Oh, it's perfect. The modifier key is perfect. Function A, function S, handy instruction manual. Thank you for putting that as a software and firmware version to switch between Mac and Windows. I appreciate that. Now, with that being said, let's do an official sound test. Hello there. Time for Pete's final thoughts on the KZZI keyboard. I'm actually going handheld with a cell phone because I want to show you a few things up close. Hope that's okay. I've used this for about a week, and I gotta say, I'm a big fan. I am gonna share some pretty nitpicky things about the keyboard, but honestly, it's just small stuff. Like, this is a really great keyboard. I've thoroughly enjoyed using it over the past week. Now, a few things. And then I'll tell you what I like. I'll do the cons first, and then I'll do some pros. Cons, I'm not actually a massive fan of the shape. If it's just lying on your desk, I think it's absolutely fine. The angle's fine, and it does have like the feet that you could adjust or whatnot. I like that this is there, and they have the what is this, like the display, battery percentage, obviously in this. It takes up a little bit more room, I guess, to build the keyboard, which is why it's shaped as it is. And it's not abnormal. I mean, it's still pretty normal. It's just kind of not my favorite by design. I wish they didn't have this like little lip design here. I mean, it's just nitpicky stuff. What was the other one? The display, it works fantastically. I don't know. It works well. I don't really like the little dot display. I wish it were like smooth lines. Again, we're getting super nitpicky. Like, this is really all I could find with this keyboard. I do like it so much. Last thing, or actually two things. I wish it were a little bit heavier. It's not super light, but just looking at it, it does have a very premium look and feel, that metal plate with the info there, and it's an 80% keyboard, or ish, 75, 80-ish. It's pretty big. You would think it would be a little bit heavier, but it's not. And maybe that's just because I'm used to some other keyboards that are like extremely heavy. But given the fact that they say there's a lot of sound dampening material in here, and it is kind of big, I'm actually surprised it's not heavier. That's weird. It's medium weight. Anyways, these work. I did test them. They worked. I don't use them for anything specifically, but they work. And they're there. It's a nice to have. Oh yeah, one more con, and then I'll get to the stuff that I really like. And again, this is super nitpicky stuff. I don't like this design, the keycaps, the color scheme. But the good news is there's a ton to choose from. I don't know if you can see that on my little screen right here. I have the Time Machine green, but there's like, pink, Rhine River, Moose Cake, Lemon Green, Night Gray, which I think is probably my favorite. But I like that one too, the arcade games. A ton of stuff to choose from. It's kind of handy. And actually, while we're on the subject of this, they gave me a 10% off code for the website. They emailed it to me, but they also emailed me the Amazon link. So I'm going to assume it's probably okay to share it. And there's a $30 off coupon right now. It's $120. But if you click the coupon button, again, I don't know if this will be here live by the time you watch this video. If it's not, I'm really sorry. But at this moment, and it's been that way for 2 weeks, there's a 30% off coupon. You just click the button, and when you check out, it is now under $100. It's like $89 or whatever. The more you know. Now the pros. Literally everything else. I'm actually a really big fan of the way this keyboard feels. The way this feels. I don't remember, these are obviously PPT keycaps, but I don't remember the profile. Maybe OEM or Cherry. I don't remember, but I really like it. They feel great. I am using the Eternity tactile switches, although they do have a linear switch option as well. When I first started using them, they felt really stiff. I'm actually gonna turn it off. By the way, I love this. I love that it's right here instead of on the back where I have to like move the keyboard in order to see it or something. I love this. It's right there. Turn it on, turn it off. Works really well. Love it. Anyways, Eternity tactile switches. I thought they were super stiff, almost too stiff. I was like, oh, what is this? I'm not a big fan. And then after using this for literally 5 minutes, less than 5 minutes, I was sold. I was like, ooh, okay, actually, I really like these. Sounds good. No scratch. Again, they felt stiff when I was like really analyzing it like this, but once I started typing on it, I actually really like them. Eternity tactile switches, get the Pete approved, thumbs up. Again, the display and the little LED lights work just fine. I did not test the dongle, to be frank. I never do. Does anybody use that? I don't. I just use Bluetooth. There's the caps lock. You can see the lights came on and different stuff like that. But there you go. And that's really all I can think of. Really like this. Big fan. I would turn the backlighting off myself if I used it long term. I wish it were a tiny bit heavier. I would have chosen a different design than the one they sent me. But honestly, like, it's a fantastic keyboard. I love that this is on the top. These tactile switches feel amazing. I do approve of this layout, by the way. I thought I would not like the delete key right here, but I did. I did. I got used to it a little bit. I was like hitting up here at first. As, oh, what's going on? Oh, there it is. Delete, right? But I really like this. This was enough for me. Delete key over there, absolutely fine. I never use function keys, so I could actually get rid of that and make it a 65% keyboard personally. But it sounds great. It feels great. They have tons of colors. There's a $30 off coupon on Amazon at the time of this recording. Again, it might not be there by the time you're looking at it. Sorry. But other than that, fantastic keyboard. And that's going to do it, my friends. So let me know what you think of the KZZI. Let me know how to say it in the comments below this video. If you have this keyboard, I'd love to hear your thoughts. You can weigh in. Other than that, I hope you guys have a lovely day. If I could reach out through my computer and kizzy you right now, I would. Adios.